Good morning, 9th of May, D-Day. Now at St Bees. You got the Irish Sea. Tradition is when you start the coast to coast, you dip your feet in the water, which you've done, and then you grab some pebbles to carry across the trail with you, and then you put them pebbles 196 miles on the other side of the country, the North Sea. So pebbles, which is a picture of pebbles I'm carrying. One is for aimscharity. There's another 3 for my kids. There's another one for my mum and my dad, and there's another one for my family and everyone I know. So I might be doing this solo, but I believe that these pebbles won't be alone. I always have people with me. So it's late in the day, it's late in the morning, it's 10 o'clock because I transport across. So yeah, let's start the coast to coast. Welcome back to day one. About 4 miles in now, so just really the route starts off just going along the coastline, which is great and kind of breaks you in. But now, just behind me, I'm saying goodbye to the Irish Sea. Then in front of me, in the far distance, you won't be able to work it out yet, you just start seeing the mountains, the Lake District appearing. So now we're heading east. Every step now east will get us to Robin Hood's Bay. Then I'm going to push on quite hard. You always feel like day one that you're right behind time, because the transport that I use, Sherpa, doesn't get you there till 10. It really starts about 20 past 10, and I just start early. I'm already doing a long day because I'm trying to get pushed through Annadale Bridge and get to Annadale Water. That's where I want to camp tonight. Keep your mind focused and not try and go too quick. But we'll get going. The mountains there now, we're in the far distance, so it looks good. Glad to be doing it at last. Cheers. Just in the dead grounds, there's the village of Cleator, and then right in front of you there's Dent Hill. That's the first climb, and then obviously beyond there start seeing the mountain ranges for the old Lake District. So after about 8-9 miles, really feels like you're getting into it now. It's about 3:30 now. I've about 12 miles in. I'm on top now of the first big climb you've got, which is Dent Hill. So we started over there somewhere, St Bees, went along the coast, and then we've headed inland, heading east until we come to here. Over there's the last look at the sea, because as we come off Dent Hill, start the lakes. As it's a late start today because of the transport across, but about 12 miles in, well just over 12 miles, so making good time. Really chuffed. That's about 4:30. I've just dropped off Mount Dent, and I'm just walking up this nice little valley now. I'm about 2.5 miles, give or take, short of Annadale Bridge. I hope to stop and get something to eat. Most people stop there, but I'm trying to wild camp up by Annadale Water on the northern side. So I don't mind going till last knockings really. So I'm try and take a bit off to tomorrow's route. But that's my plan anyway. But we'll see when we get to Annadale Bridge. We'll have some dinner, resupply a few things, and we'll make a plan up for how far I'm going to push on for the rest of the evening. Mount Dent, well, I didn't think it would be that steep, and definitely steep coming off it, but we're on a nice little flat valley now, so I just enjoy this. See you soon. Oh yeah, it's just gone 5:30, pretty ahead of schedule. Just been to the Fox and Hound in Ennerdale Bridge, which is just set off the way as you come into it on the left. Lovely little sandwich, nice pint of Coke and a cup of coffee, and they kindly refilled the water bottles again, and I sat there for a good 45 minutes, really a nice relax after a pretty tough first day. Charged the phone up and that. So I'm going to push through Ennerdale Bridge now and head towards Ennerdale Water, and hopefully get on the northern side, which I wanted to anyway, and then find somewhere to pitch up. So I've got a couple of miles left, but the plan on day one has survived contact, as they say. See you in a bit. And welcome. It's pushing on, just gone 6 in the evening now, to Ennerdale Water. Now most people take the southern path, which is the right hand side along that way, but because I'm pushing on further, I can't be bothered with the scrambling all around there, so I'm going the northern side, which is an easier path, like hence, and that's where I'll be pitching up somewhere by one of the streams a couple of miles down. As I said, the most efficient was, there's no official route for doing the coast to coast. Wainwright designed it so you can do it out wherever you want. It's just that most of the books have it that way, but I can't be bothered with the scrambling. If it was the morning of day 2, not a problem, but after 20 miles in, I'm just going to keep pushing and end up down there somewhere. But Ennerdale Water, so the gateway to the lakes. Our last video for day 1, it's about 8:30 now, all set up, 23 miles, and bang on where I wanted to camp for the night, which is on the northern shore of the reservoir, or Ennerdale Water I should say, which is just through there. Right next to Murphy's Beck, nice and fast flowing, some decent water. Listen to the football now, a few cups of coffee, bit of stretching, and then it's up early for day 2. When we start with the Lake District proper. See you tomorrow. Good morning, it's day 2, it's May the 10th of my coast to coast, and it's just coming up to 6:30 in the morning. This is where I stayed last night. Just see where the grass is being flattened down, and there's my bag. Good night's sleep, got here about 8:30. It was a long day because you feel like you're under pressure on day 1, what I did, because it was a long mileage day to get where I wanted, and this is where I wanted to get to, which is Murphy's Beck on the northern shore of Ennerdale Water, about 4 or 5 miles past Ennerdale Bridge. Because you're starting to tense the shape of transport, you feel like you're under, well, I mentally thought I was under a bit of pressure. So today's another same day. I went to Grasmere today, and then get back onto the path of the northern shore, and then couple of miles down the road it'll pick up the path that people on the southern shore get to, and then about 4 or 5 miles short of Blacksail Hut, which I'll stop off, get some water, and then I'll start Lake District proper, and then hopefully by about mid-morning get to Honister Mine, where I'll have some breakfast. Same mileage as yesterday, because I'm starting hours earlier, hopefully I can take it a bit easier and have a few more breaks. Body's in good nick, feet are a bit tired, my feet always get a bit sore, not taped up or nothing yet, but I'll just keep an eye on them, and hopefully with a bit more breaks they'll be better. So let's get back at it. Alright, that's me now back on the path of the northern shore, and there's Ennerdale Water, and obviously on the far side is the southern path, and down here they meet up. I'm not going to talk about the weather because 1, my weather reports are out of date because I haven't got a signal, but 2, I've just decided to take as it comes really. There's not much you can do, but the way I'm trying to break the days up in my own head. Otherwise you may come over, well, you think you come overawed with what you know you've got to achieve. So I'm just going to break it down into like 3-4 hour blocks, and whatever you've got to do in them 3-4 hours, you do. I know on this stretch I've got quite a few decent little cheeky climbs, but it's not worth worrying about them until you get to them. So for now, I know I'm on this little path for a couple of miles to get to Blacksail Hut, where I'll replay my water and use the facilities. But I'll make the most of just walking early in the morning, very benign, calm weather, and then once that's done, the first 3 odd hours, just crack on the next couple of hours. That's the way I'm going to try and break it all down in my head anyway. Okay, see you soon. I've been going about half an hour now, just taking it easy, just breaking the old feet in again with day 2. Just going past Annydale Youth Hostel, and on the left it's one of the old alternative routes you can always do if you're using the book that I am. Has all the alternative routes. That way takes you up to Red Pike in High Style, on the high ground. Better views up there I suppose, but throughout this walk, the next 10 days, I will always be going the low route. I'll always be picking the easiest route, playing the long game. You can always go and revisit these lovely iconic places up on the real high ground in short burst visits. Not when you're doing this walk, gotta save the old knees. Good morning down there. Someone still's having a bit of a late sleeping, just gone 8 o'clock. About a mile short now with a Blacksail Youth Hostel, and then we're heading up that way. But if that's you, mate, if you ever look at a video I ever do, about 8 o'clock on the 10th of May, that's me videoing you. Good morning, lad.
Here, I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together.
Hi, welcome back. It's day 2, pushing on. Just left Honister Slate Mine. Come off the high ground up there. Got caught before in a horrendous snowstorm, absolutely horrendous. The last 2 miles to get here came pretty grim. Managed to get a baseball cap though, because I left mine at Lee's Hamleys the night before I come on this. But I need a baseball cap for my head. So now pushing on for the remains of the day. I'll get my bearings in a bit, but basically heading towards Grasmere still, through Pottleswait and Grasmere more. But weather's turned for the worse. So getting to the cafe down there was absolutely a godsend.
Seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be.
Hi, welcome back. It's about 2:15 now. Just left Rosswait, now pushing down towards Stonewait, and from there we start pushing back up into the high ground, I think, to get up to Grasmere Common, through Grasmere Common, then into Grasmere. So a few more miles to go yet, but weather's cleared up, all the rain kit's off, sun's out and about a little bit. It's better than the snow that we had up in the summits before. horrendous. So like a bit on flat ground now. A lot of this today has been scrabbling around on footpaths, and I hate rocky footpaths where you can't get into a rhythm. It kind of cuts my feet up to death. So my feet will need some TLC when I get in tonight, but I'm in a youth hostel tonight, which is cool, in Grasmere anyway, because I've planned this to camp a couple of days, but I knew yesterday was a long day, so I wild camped, and today will be another long day. So I booked a youth hostel in Grasmere, and then I'm camping a few more nights before we get to Kirby Stephen, where I'm treating myself to a B&B. But it's already paid for anyway, so all good in the hood. Let's keep going. Just taking a breather, man. Oh, coming up Roughs Weight and Stone Weight, which is right down there. But where my finger's pointing, that's where you think your summit, after climbing about 1700 feet. But then you've got to come all the way up here and then get to the top. Hopefully then that's Grasmere Common, and that should be a downhill stretch down into Grasmere. But it's absolutely brutal, this little climb, absolutely brutal. Hi, good evening. About 7:15 now on day 2. Just about a kilometre short of where I want to get to, which is Grasmere. Been on a trail since 6:30 this morning and really been going for it. Only really had about 45 minutes off the brakes. I knew today would be a long bloody day, and so it turned out to be. 24 odd mile, 2 big climbs with the descents, and then the snow and the rain. So it was a bit of a tough day, but I knew it would be. But it's done nearly now. Half an hour we finished. Get set, get sorted out, get ready for day 2. Or day 3, sorry. See you soon. And good morning to a sunny Grasmere. Day 3 of the coast to coast. Last night the building behind me is where I stayed at, Grasmere Youth Hostel. Never stayed in a youth hostel before. Absolutely lovely, really was. And much needed after the yesterday. A long day yesterday, brutal day. Got very wet in the snow and the sleet. Today's a shorter day, about 14-15 mile. Back under Cambersville for the next 2 nights. So I aim to end up near a place called Haweswater Reservoir, a massive water feature. But before I get there, even though it's a shorter day, 3 big climbs today. 3 big climbs, virtually one after the other. Body wise, not feeling too bad. Just taking it slow to start off with, let my feet warm up. Got 1 little blister on my left foot on the instep, but I think that's more to do with yesterday, with my socks getting wet. No matter what you try to do on top of them summits, it was like walking on sponge with the marsh. In the lakes there is no tracks to follow really, and the only tracks you can follow when you get to the top is stream beds. And again, getting down the descents, scrambling away, feet got pretty cut up, but it's been treated. Bit of Compede on, keep an eye on it. Blisters ain't going to stop me doing this, just got to treat them as you go. So lovely weather, forecast is sun today. Said that yesterday, and then as I was about 2,000 feet up heading towards Honister's mine, or the slate mine, we got hit with a 2-hour full-on snow blizzard. So we'll see how it goes, but today, as you can see, looks absolutely beautiful. Nice being a youth hostel, speaking to lovely people last night. So even though I'm doing this solo, it is nice to have a bit of human contact every now and again. Anyway, enjoy your weekend, guys.
free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Hey, that's me at the top of the first summit now. Behind me is Grasdale town. I'm continuing along that path there. Just come up this way. On the map there's two routes. There's a western and eastern one. I think upper and lower tongue. I took lower tongue. Reason being, one's got a coast to coast sign saying soil erosion, keep to path, so we're stuck on that one. And for 1,000 feet, steady incline all the way. You don't even know you're going uphill. And about the other, what we're on, 1,900 feet now, say 900 feet. It's them little steps that they've dug in with stones, so you like going up a big set of stairs. So pretty easy going to get to here. And now looking at the views, follow this way around and pick up the low route into Patterdale. Lovely weather today though. Walk along the shoreline now of Grasdale Town, a couple hundred metres from the end, and then I'll take the low route down to Patterdale. Walkers over there taking a high route up to Helvellyn. This one, I don't know if you can, this camera does it justice. Water's crystal clear, really is crystal clear. Makes you feel like going in for a swim. It's a bit freezing though. But crystal clear. Right, that's me now. I believe I'm just walking out of Patterdale. Nice recharge in the old White Lion, nice toasty, glass of Coke. Ready to get up to Angletown now, and then on to Kirsty Pike. Don't mind going up the hills. That was a very long descent from Grasdale Town. Bloody long descent. Seems to go on and on and on. However, it's a lovely sunny day, and we're off up that way. See you in a bit. Hi, now we just reached below me there's Angletown, and weather like this, even in raining weather, it's got to be one of the most beautiful spots in the world. If you ever like wild camping, this place is got to be on your bucket list for wild camping. Absolutely amazing. I'll be pushing on now to Kirsty Pike. Me that well. Now stood on top of Kirsty Pike. That's where I'm sleeping tonight. And also what is beautiful, beyond Haweswater, Lacker Mountains. It's been a good day so far. I'm going to get off the high ground now and get down to Haweswater. Good morning, it's another picturesque morning in the Lake District. Sunday, day 4 of the Coast to Coast, Sunday the 12th. Yesterday went well, 3 big peaks, all got up there, no problems with any of them really. Slow and steady was the order of day for all the climbs. Up to Grasdale Town, Angletown, then the big one, Kirsty Pike. It's about 2,600 feet I ended up being. The hardest bit was going downhill, my old bad knees. However, I got to where I wanted to be, at the corner of Haweswater Reservoir. This is where I camped last night. Treat myself, if you can see, just there, to a nice little campfire when I got here last night. I've had my breakfast now, had some coffee, and I'm just going to walk along the reservoir. It's about 4 miles long, and hopefully you can see it there, Haweswater Reservoir. I'm going to walk all the way along about 4 miles, then come to an iconic moment of my coast to coast, which will be me crossing the M6. As far as I'm concerned, then once I cross the M6, Lake District done it in 3 days like I wanted to, and then it's on to the Yorkshire Dales. Again, thanks for donations, message of support, really keeps me going. When you're doing this solo, really keeps me going, so I appreciate that. And every penny people have donated towards Aim's charity will do someone somewhere some good. Thank you. Oh yeah, day four continued. That was a long trek along Haweswater Reservoir. It's like a helter-skelter up and down. But then you come out by this lovely little river, and what is beautiful, and then you come across a box like this, an honesty box, with popping and all sorts. So I'm going to drop a quid and have a can of Coke. Excellent. Love little wins. I'm in the well-to-do village of Shap. I'm currently the resident tramp on the park bench. Don't give a damn. Gotta be done. Guys, which way's Orton? Is it left? Go, you're pointing, yeah? Go that way, yeah? Alright then. It's mid-afternoon now, about 2 o'clock. Just literally crossed the M6, and in the distance to behind me is the Lake District. It's not yet halfway, but big boost to the old mind to cross the M6. Stopped off in Shap, quite a bit actually, an hour and a half. Give me feet a good break. Feet were getting very tired, and had something to eat in the Crown Inn pub, I think it's called. Cup of coffee and Coke, and I was going to push on, heading towards Orton. I think it's called Orton. Already rang up. You can say I can camp there in the beer garden, so that'll be good. Hopefully I can keep a signal, because the last game of the Premiership season's about to start. So come on Liverpool. See you in a bit. Good morning. Just gone 9 o'clock now, Monday the 13th, day 5 at the coast to coast. I'm just walking up this little B road now, leaving the village of Orton, where I camped last night in the George Hotel beer garden, which was cool. Managed to have something decent to eat and that, and swap a bit of football stuff, because the guy behind the bar supports Man City. That's another story. Anyway, Orton's slightly off the beaten track for the coast to coast. It's about 1.5 km off the track, so I'm on to just push back on to get back on the trail. Covered in sun cream yesterday. Once I finished, even though I was wearing sun cream, pretty bad sunburn. That's why come the middle of the day when the sun's behind me, I put my hat gangster style the other way around. It's not to look cool or nothing, just try and keep this sun off my neck. Today's going to be a long day from here. I'm off to Kirby Stephen, and this is one of the legs on a trail where there's nothing in between. Nowhere to have a stop off, nowhere to grab a brew, nowhere to get something to eat. So I've got to pack up from the pub that I've just stayed at. Just bought a couple more bottles of water, and we'll just take it slow and steady. Feet are getting a bit tired now towards the end of the day, really tired, but the blisters I thought I had a couple of days ago I've treated and got no worse, so that's all cool in the gang. So the forecast today is sun, but hopefully when I have my last signal it might get overcast later, which will be good as well. So anyway, we're at it. Let's go to Kirby Stephen. Everyone, about midday now, on day 5. I've done about 9 miles. Basically, forget this road here, but been coming across the moors. I don't know if you can make it out, there's like a grass track. Just went on and on and on. But you just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and you get to where you want to be. So, I'm just having a break now. Old boots are off, re-lubed up, Vaseline and sun cream. Be turning the hat round soon because the sun's just about to go behind me, and we'll be pushing on for the rest of the way to Kirby Stephen. We're going well so far, but it's a tough day in this heat, very tough day. You meet them all, don't you? Right. A lot of us are ex-military, yeah, so I haven't seen anyone all day. There's a fella about a K away walking his dog down there. But out the blue, some guy in full rig, army rig, comes past. You know, I'm just keep myself to myself, and he starts up a conversation. I thought I was doing it coast to coast, and he, oh, how many days and all that. I said 11. And he went, oh, that's not bad. Well, I did it in 5. I thought to myself, fuck off, mate. That's like 40, 50 mile a day. Oh yeah, and he was in full kit. Choppers, man. Why do people have to blag? It's hard enough doing it 11 days. Oh my God. Anyway, here we are, middle of the afternoon. As I said, there's nothing around here whatsoever. So I'm going to conserve the old water. 7 miles to go yet. Just a tiny little breeze that's helping, but it's redders. That's me coming into Kirby Stephen now, the end of day 5. Well, just gone 4 o'clock, so it's been a good day really. Across the fells, really enjoyed it. Bit hot, but you can't complain. Just to put a tip, I'm staying at B&B tonight. Been under canvas last 2 nights. I booked a line in, but obviously it's on the other side of Kirby Stephen. So when you get into the town, we've got about another hour's walk, sorry, another mile walk through the town centre. But it's not that bad. I'll stop off his shop and get a brew or something anyway. But it's been a good day on the fells. Not as dramatic as the peaks, sorry, the lakes. Just as beautiful. Push on with day 6 tomorrow. Good morning. Well, day 6, Monday the 13th of my coast to coast. Just now leaving the lovely little town of Kirby Stephen and the B&B last night, and I've had a nice leisurely morning because I've only got about 15 miles to do today, right up, get into the fells and end up in Keld. It's going to be quite tricky because it is pretty boggy up there. Attach this video, it's the sign saying Robin Hood Bay, 108 miles. and St Bees 82 miles. So virtually halfway, guys. About a mile to go up to 9 standards still. Done about 1500 feet. Kirby Stephen right in the distance. And we're going to be following that re-entering up. Let's get going. I just gone midday, 2,100 feet up, thank God. Bit of breeze, bit of a steady climb to get up here. Not much wind until you get to the top. This is 9 standards. The 9 groups of rocks that designate the border between the Yorkshire Dales and Cumbria. So good little climb that. Gonna take 10 minutes now, sit down, take in these views. Afternoon, day 6, mid-afternoon, about 3 o'clock. Obviously when you're planning something like this, you look at what other people have done. And Kirby Stephen to Keld is notoriously a shorter route. It's about 14 odd mile. I know why now. It's absolutely horrendous going from 9 standards, then big 9 rocks where it was before. It's just basically, I'm on a track now, following it down the gully, but everywhere else it's just one big sponge, moving sponge. So you're having to go 30 metres that way, 40 metres that way, just to keep going forward, otherwise you're up to your waist in bog. Hopefully the worst of it is behind now. We've got about 4 miles to push, but I can see why it's shorter mileage day, because you just can't. It might be shorter mileage A to B, but I guarantee once I check my mileage, once I get in to where I'm ending up, I'll just bang as many miles out virtually by going left and right and zigzagging everywhere. Hot weather, it's nice. Wish it'd be a bit more windy, but we're getting there. About 4 miles to go, and hopefully day 6 will be complete. See you in a bit. Good afternoon. About 4:30 now, on day 6. About a mile away from Keld. This is where I'll be ending up tonight. What a hard day that was, both physically and psychologically. It was a tough one. In the morning, even though it was only a short distance of 15 mile, had the long 3-hour climb in the morning to go up to 9 standards, which was fine. That wasn't a problem, I don't think. I enjoyed that climb. But after that, it was moorland, and it was horrible. No other word to describe it. It's like a whole sponge. So you couldn't get in any rhythm. You were tripping. You having to go left 30 yards, right 40 yards, just to stop yourself getting up to up to waist high in bog. It was a plod. So I'll be glad to get here, get the tent up, get recovered and go again tomorrow. More miles to do tomorrow, but I can guarantee for everyone who's kindly donated to aimscharity, you got your money's worth today, I promise you. Take care everyone. Good evening to the end of day 6. I'm now at Ruskin's campsite in Keld. It's about 6:30. Lovely little campsite. My tent's just pitched on the bank there. I'm now just sat chilling by the river. Had a little tea room when I got here. That was still open, so I got a nice tea cake, cup of coffee, and ice cream. and she had a little fridge of some treats, which are down there. 3 beers and a can of Coke. Good to go. It was a tough day today. I spoke to the lady there and she says a lot of people find that day hard, but it's behind us now at the official halfway point. You'll get this tomorrow and we'll be pushing on with day 7. But we're at Keld, everyone. Thank you. Good morning. Just gone about 10 past 6. Day 7 of the coast to coast. Monday the 15th. Behind me is a small village of Keld, where Ruskin's campsite is, where I stayed last night. Now we're pushing on. 2 routes you can choose today. Again, you've got the high route up on the high ground, or you can choose the low route, which is the alternative Swaledale route, I think it's called. I'll always choose the low route on this walk. Still got a long way to go. So minimum target I want to achieve today is reef, where we can resupply, because I'm camping again tonight and I'm trying to buy as a need, so I'm not carrying weight, so I can get some food and hopefully a decent meal. Ideally though, my plan is to push on as far as Marrick, which is a few more miles beyond reef. But we'll see how we go. Sun's about to, or the sun's just started to appear, so I think it's going to be another basking hot day. We'll see how today goes. See you soon. About 2.5 miles, 3 mile. We've just come off the high ground up there, and now we've dropped into this beautiful valley alongside the River Swale. It's been quite a pleasant, well no, it hasn't been quite a pleasant, it's been an extremely pleasant hour or so. Just walking along, the ground wasn't that bad, and just listening to the valley wake up. All the sheep barring away, the lambs barring away, trying to find each other. There was pheasants walking round, there's couples, little rabbits jumping around, there's birds flying around. Absolutely beautiful little walk. And because the going wasn't bad, you could actually sit back, walk and sit back and enjoy it. So we'll keep going anyway along this valley, get to where we've got to get. Hi, good morning. About 9:15 now. We've been going steady for about 3 hours. Dropped me onto a road and it's become quite arable now. I don't know if you can just see in the distance there. There's a village called Gunnerside. It's the first real built up area you come to as you're approaching reef. So I'm hoping there'll be a shop there or something really. Just take a chill. If there's not a shop and that, I'll have a good stop there anyway. So I've done about 7 miles so far, so time's not an issue. It's been a nice walk, been a bit up and down though, more than I expected, but we are on the countryside, so well again the weather's been brilliant, so I'll let you know later if anything in that Gunnerside. Cheers. I'm just walking along. There's 2 things that are causing me great concern. One is, it's been a long time since I've not shaved every other day, or at least daily. Everything's grey, man. Never used to be like that. And under this hat, what little hair I've got is grey as well. Shocking. Needs shaving as soon as I get home. Second thing that causes me for concern is I don't even know one song from start to finish. Not one. So I just make stuff up at the moment to get me through. But how bad's that? Not knowing one song, being grey, and 48 laters. Well, it's coming up between up to about 1 o'clock, I think, 12:30, 1, day 7. 13 mile done. I'm about, I'd say, a mile short of reef now, just following the footpath along the River Swale. The minimum objective I wanted to get to today was reef, and I'm here by 1 o'clock. Sure, I know, mate, well done. See, they appreciate it anyway. However, I think the early start helped, setting off early doors. Also the terrain, it was pretty good, getting to a nice rhythm. I only took one short break as well, and that was really to help a farmer's lady take a recycling out from a farm as I was going past to the top of a little hill. And after that, while she refilled my water, I took 15 minutes. Otherwise I just plodded. Bodies felt good, feet are tired, but they're always getting tired. Just pop a few ibuprofen. What does it mean though, getting to reef this early? Auto's got a break. First one in a week, a proper one. So it's time to find a cafe or a pub, find a corner, start making use of electric socket, start sorting my electrics out, phone charged, watch charged, and my power bank charged, some decent to eat, a real good little break, because where I'm going to, Marrick, that's where I wanted to get to, it's only about top 6k beyond reef, so all good in the hood. Been a good day. Laters. Welcome back. It's about 3:30. Just left reef, a couple hundred metres behind me, and as soon as you come out of reef you pick up the trail again. Again now walking adjacent to River Swale. Lovely little place that. Loads of little shops, pubs, ice cream parlours. A nice place to have a good break. Now pushing on to Marrick. I believe my campsite is about a mile beyond Marrick. We'll find out when I get nearer. But it's only about 7-8k away. So it's a nice little stroll hopefully this afternoon along the river. Well, not all the way along the river, back on the trail and get to where we're going to be tonight. See you in a bit. Hi everyone, I said day 7 completed from Keld, pushed through reef, pushed through Marrick, and I've come to the campsite. Let me get it right, Nuncoat Nook. The trail comes down the hill there, and the campsite is here. And over there you're overlooking, let me get my fingers right, overlooking Marsk, which will head off tomorrow. Cracking little campsite, only a couple of quid, £7, off to do your food and everything. Showers, water, toilets. If you are doing this in a tent on some stages, all the stages, it might be worthwhile looking at this campsite, because you can hang around in reef, but there's pubs there and get tempted to drink. If you then push through Marrick, you've got quite a little cheeky climb. And it takes that all out the way, and tomorrow it's through Mars, bang into Richmond and through Catterick. So a good day today, a good early start, and a very pleasurable walk. Despite the heat, it was really pleasurable, and I managed to get to reef in very, very good time this afternoon. I managed to just stop and chill there for a couple of hours. So a great day and a lovely spot. Crack on with day 8 tomorrow. Good morning everyone, and welcome to day 8 of the Coast to Coast. It's about 6:45, Thursday the 16th of May. I'm just leaving the campsite I was at last night, which is Nuncoat Farm. Absolutely fantastic. Bang on the trail, about 200 metres off the trail, a couple of pound. You have to do your evening meals and breakfast and everything real friendly people, showers, everything you need. But we're back at it today, long day today. Today it's via Richmond, round Catterick, Scorton Way, all the way through to Danby Wisk. About a 22-23 mile day. I do know there's a detour in place where they're winding the A1, which can put about an extra mile, I think it is, on the route. Going to be a feet burner day, I think, because a lot of it is on the road or tracks. So I have to suck it up with the old feet. And the forecast is cool. The mist is just cleared from the valleys. Forecast is over. Well, the forecast is going to be overcast with no chance of rain. So if it stays like this for a long tabbing day, it's going to be good. Catch you in a bit. Good morning. Scratch my last video when I said I think it's going to be nice and misty. Sun's out again. It's alright. I'm about 3.5 miles now west of Richmond. Just come up all the high ground through Marsk, a few little climbs, and hopefully according to the map, this track that the route's on, the trail's on, should be fairly steady all the way into Richmond, where I'm going to be meeting up with Lee Hamley. Which is cool. For those in the military, he's performing his CQMS duties and doing a little resupply for me with coffee and bits and bobs. I'll have a brew and a bit of breakfast with him, so looking forward to that, catching up with Lee. So going well, 20 past 8 in the morning, get to Richmond, have some to eat, and then push on with the rest of what is going to be a long day. Welcome back, just gone midday on day 8, just left Richmond. An enjoyable hour and a half or so there with Lee. Thank you for breakfast, sir. Thank you for my watch strap, lip balm, coffee, and also bringing my hat that I left at yours night before we come on here, we went on the beer. So we're back at it now. Richmond's about a mile behind me. I'm just walking again north of the garrison, along the River Swale, and then we'll push up, I think, towards Scorton Way. Got about 40 miles to do still today, so it's a bit of a long day today, so we'll crack on. Hey, still pushing through the north side of the garrison, Catterick Garrison, heading yay down there. I used to live over there back in the day when I was serving. 7 years I was in Catterick Garrison, give or take, on and off. Never knew any of this existed. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely stunning. See you in a bit. Evening, day 8, just coming towards the end now, just arriving in Danby Wisk. Good 25 miles today, pretty flat, besides getting in and out of Richmond, so pretty happy with the time. It's been a long day, and a good stop off in Richmond with Lee Hamley this morning, which was nice. We'll get to the B&B which I'm in tonight, which, oh look, there's that white thing there, happy days. And then another 2 long days back into some more hills on the Cleveland Way, I think it's called, or Cleveland Pass. Well, that's tomorrow, we'll worry about that tomorrow. Right, I'm going to get settled in now and have a pint. Day 9 of my coast to coast. It's Friday the 17th of May. That's about 20 past 8. just left the B&B I was in last night, which is very nice. Instead of just leaving early, I thought I'd hang around till 8 o'clock for the breakfast. So that's cool. So I've just left Danby West now. We've got another 20+ mile day today. I've got a few decisions to make today. All depends how I'll get on. The first, say 10 mile is relatively flat along the road until you did a mad dash across the A19, and then we're back into the hills for 2 days on the Cleveland Pass or Cleveland Way. It's one of them anyway. However, I'm meant to be staying in a beer garden tonight in a pub in a place called Chop Gate, which is about 2 miles off the track, and they do run a taxi service from R3 to R5. Give them a call for a couple of quid, they'll come and collect you from the trail, take you to the pub, next morning drop you back up at the trail. Well, that stops at 5:30, and because I'm starting off late because I've had breakfast and staying in B&B, I might not make them timings, which ain't a problem, because I just pitch a tent somewhere if I have to, so it's not a problem. What is noticeable though is the wind has completely changed about face. For most of this walk so far, it's been from behind me, going west to east. Now it's definitely into our faces. That seems to have brought a change in the weather, which I can't complain about because I've had lovely sunshine so far, about one day. So we'll see how today goes, and then I'll reassess what I'm going to do later on the day. There's no way of worrying about, I'm in a tent anyway, so I just go out wherever I fancy. Anyway, see you in a bit. Again, one of the great things about this trail is sometimes like you end up just walking through a farm. You want to be crossing that start there down to the rail track, then you come across a fridge, full of all sorts of goodies again, all on an honesty box basis. Lovely little bench, which has come at a good time because I've got a little blister I need to tape up anyway, so happy days. Hi, welcome back. It's about 20 to 10 now. Hold on, let me just check. Yeah, 20 to 10. Been going a couple of miles just through farmland really. I don't know if you can see the distance there. That's the last set of hills. So I'll go a few more miles now, come to the A19, where it's the mad dash across, but I know there's a Shell garage there where I'll stop off and have a brew. And then you come through a nice little village called Ingleby Cross where most people stop. Obviously I'm just pushing on. But they're the last hills, and it's the Cleveland Way, and it's up and down like a helter skelter. But then last set of hills then, after 2 days through them, last day should be flat into Robin Hood's Bay. So I'm classing them hills as Robin Hood's last line of defence. Let's push on. It's 12:30. Just made it across the dangerous A19. I just went to the Shell garage up there to get a brew and everything. And also my sunglasses broke before, they fell off my cap, so I went to the garage to get some super glue. Thought, you know what, I can fix these. I promptly super glued my fingers together, so I've just been in the toilet for 10 minutes getting them sorted out and bought some new sunglasses. Things you do. Anyway, decisions to be made. Ingley Cliff I'm coming up to now, and then it's straight back into the hills, and again I'm still not sure what I'm going to be doing or where I'm going to be putting my tent later on, but we'll make that decision in the next hour or two. As I said, that's 10 miles done. I've still got another 10 miles to go, I think, to the proposed RV point for this pub. It will pick you up at Shop Gate, so I'm not going to sure if I'm going to make it by R5. Problem I've got is I'm quite happy wild camping up there. It's tomorrow. Again, it's another push before you get anywhere. The next real location you get, you know, a drink and everything is the Lion Pub or something. Anyway, it's a pub further down the trail on the moors. If I don't get this RV, then I'm going to have to tab about another 2.5 mile down to the pub, which I might have to do, and then he can give me a lift back in the morning, or if I make it by 5:30, he can come and pick me up, or I'll call him anyway and see what they say. But it's 10 miles basically to the A19 behind us. So it's not both about wild camping tonight, it's not an issue. It's again tomorrow with water and everything. I'm not in the lakes here. It's hard to find somewhere you can actually filter water from or get water. Anyway, we'll keep going and keep pushing. We'll see what happens later on in the day. Right, what are we on? 2 o'clock just gone. Now on the Cleveland Way, which is that track there. Just want to show you the ground, how flat it's been for the last say 15-20 mile. And over in the distance it's like the hills of round Richmond, I think, but absolutely flat as a pancake. That was quite a cheeky little hill coming up there now, and now I know it's going to be quite hard going on the Cleveland Way, up and down, so you're going to gain height, then you're going to lose the height, then you're going to regain the height, and vice, you know what's going to go on. But we'll get through it, we'll keep pushing, and we'll see where we're up at the end of the day about this RV or not. Can't believe how flat it's been, but we're going uphill now, so let's get going. Still trudging up this Cleveland Way, but I just stopped for 20 minutes there. One of these things I'm doing this is trying to become more open with people and speak to people a bit more. I'm a bit insular. But there's a guy at breakfast who I chatted to this morning, and he's doing it in about 3 weeks. He's in about his 60s, so he's doing short legs. We've just met him there, and he's off to a youth hostel. That's him done. Had to come to the summit, or near the summit. Look at that view. Anyway, we were talking this morning. I told him just briefly I was in the army and all that, and that was by the by. And he seen my Aims t-shirt that I had on this morning, so he's just stopped me there and asked me about the charity. So I just told him and all that. So he started scrabbling his pockets, and he just gave me a £5, which I'll put towards the charity. And it really restores your faith in humankind. It really does. It's really made my day, that. It's just gone 5 o'clock. We're still fighting this Cleveland Way. It has proved to be extremely challenging. As I thought, by looking at the map, you're up and down. The path's easy enough. The hill doesn't look much, nor does the one I've just come down from that trig point just around there, well, behind me anyway. But it's been helter-skelter, up and down, really hard work. So I think I've got another, according to the map, we get to the top of this one, another 2 of these climbs to do yet, and I should get to the RV, which I don't think I'm not going to make that time anyway, but I'll give them a call. It's about, I don't know, about 4.5-5 miles, that RV. It's quite good going, well, hard going. So again, for everyone who's kindly donated, it's another day where you truly got your money's worth. Take care, everyone. Day 9. Obviously I didn't make that RV. That last 12 mile, them hills, there was 5 of them, one after the other, and they were bloody brutal. So there was no way going to make R5, so I didn't stress about it really. What it means is I've had to do this bloody detour to get to this campsite. I'd been quite happy staying on the trail, which is That big hill up there. Quite happy staying on that trail, but again, lack of water. I'm only carrying 1200 milliliter, so bit of a bugger. My feet feels like someone has took my shoes off, got a baseball bat and is hitting them, and I'm chaffed in places that shouldn't be allowed to be chaffed in. Hey ho, I'm about a K away from where I'm going to be. Hopefully I'll get set up before the rain kicks in. Get some food down my neck and try and get as much recovery in as possible. But these hills on the Cleveland Way, truly tested. See you in a bit. Good morning, welcome to day 10 of my coast to coast, the penultimate day. Bit of a late start this morning, but we're on our way now. Just done another ascent on this Cleveland Pass. Another 20-mile day as well coming up. However, with the weather changing for the better for this, because you can't see where you're going. You can't see the hills. However, I think I've got one more climb to do and it should flatten out. Better route today, because after about 10 miles I come to line in where I can recharge the batteries, and then about another 10-11 miles hopefully on roads and tracks, because I'll be off the moors virtually by then, or a road gone through the moors to the campsite. So we should get there in good nick. So see you on the other side. Bye bye. We've been going about an hour now, as I thought after that first climb. The track's turned into a beautiful little flat thing. So just been along, about 6 miles to go I think to get to this pub. So I was just thinking of stuff in my mind. I don't like horror films, I can't watch them. They just, I don't know, they freak me out. But this camera doesn't do it justice, but visibility is only about, I'd say, 20 metres. You ever seen the film Dog Soldiers? Them little fuckers come out the fog and stuff. All on my own on the moors, man. Anyway, let's keep going. See you in a bit. We've been going about 4 hours now. It's coming about 5:10 to 5 to 1. Been really good pace this morning. You won't be able to see it on the hill behind me, just up there somewhere. That's the line in, or whatever it's called. So I'm going to stop off there, where we've just started from, down in Shopgate, wherever it was, up to here. That's not a normal leg for people. But we're just going to have a bit of a lunch if we've got food on. We'll have a Pepsi and a coffee, and we'll go again for the second half of the day. But I said this track used to be an old railway track, I believe, so obviously it's been pretty level. It's a bit windy, obviously as it winds its way around the mountains, or the hills I should say. But look at that for a view. Can't beat it, can you? So we'll keep going. See you in a bit. It's 20 past 4, something like that. About 3 miles from Glasedale now. I just rang the campsite I want to be staying at, but all I got was an answer machine. I know I can stay in a pub in Glasedale, but ideally I want to do the extra 3-4 miles, take some off the last day tomorrow. Look at that, though. About 5 minutes ago it was drizzly. Hence I've been changing my top all the time from a waterproof to a showerproof to my normal top. Now the sun's beginning to peep out over the valley below. Absolutely beautiful. It just shows this trail still goes on, and I can see how far I've got to go. It's only 3 miles, but it seems a lot longer in your head when you can actually see it just laid out in front of you. Anyway, let's keep pushing. Good morning, 20 to 5, Sunday the 19th, last day of coast to coast, people. We've got 90 miles to go today. We're under a bit of a time restraint because transport that I've booked is due to be there at 4:30, hence an early start. This ain't ode to the fat lady sings. So let's go, let's keep pushing. Take care, see you at the other side. I'm on about 20 to 8 now. Going a steady few mile. We just come to the last village down the valley, Grossmount, and I knew about the hill coming out of it from my planning. Bloody hell, 33% downhill. I've just done that coming uphill for about a good mile, a good 40 minutes we were at that. It's like so near yet so far. The sea is about 10 miles that way, but we've got to meander around still following the trail. But it's like the coast to coast is saying we ain't done yet, and you've got a bit more work to do if you want the prize of getting to Robin Hood's Bay. So we'll get some water and we'll keep going. Everyone, got about 7 miles to go. I've just crossed the bow of the hill. You won't be able to see on the camera, but that's the motherfucking North Sea, people. Nearly there. Let's do this. Everybody, comes to the end of day 11. Got about, I'm in the last mile now, and the girl hasn't given this up easy today, I tell you. What a lot of hills that I wasn't expecting. But anyway, it's the final mile, can't complain. Just wanted to say thanks to everyone. I put a message out, I think it was last night. 2 reasons why I did this. One, just to find me again from where I was about this time last year. That's by the by now. I think I have found me again. When you spend 11 days walking across the country, you either like yourself or you hate yourself. I think I've grown to like myself again. So that's good news. More importantly though, it's the charity. I'm not going to keep hammering it and whacking it on Facebook. The page will be open to the end of the month. If you need a link for it, I can send you it. Again, it's my friend's charity. My friend has MS, but instead of letting himself get defeated by that, what him and his wife did was set up a charity to help people with MS, which I think is fantastic. So every penny, if you can donate, will be appreciated. For those who really have donated, thank you. So we're about to enter the last, hopefully, see the bay soon, but it's that misty. I hope you've enjoyed the journey. I certainly have. It's had its ups and downs for myself, but overall, it's been one adventure. I'm already planning my next one. We'll see where that takes us. I will be putting all this into a day by day YouTube thing for those who are interested. Because obviously when you're spending 12-13 hours a day walking with only a camera as company, you do say quite a lot and take a lot of photographs. But again, everyone, I've not felt alone, so I really feel like you've all been along for the ride. Last thing I've got to do when I get to where I'm going, Robin Hood Bay, is dip my boots in the water and throw the 5 pebbles that I brought from the Irish Sea into the North Sea. Take care, people. Remember, whatever you do in life, just keep pushing.